Hello, everybody. So, today I thought it would be a good idea to rank all the films that I've seen this year. One second, I need to look at something. Okay, sorry, I thought someone was missing. Is it? Okay, good. So I thought it would be a good idea to rank all the films that I've seen that I at least saw this month. I haven't seen pretty much anywhere close to how many movies came out. I saw 9 films this month. I think that's a good number. So yeah, the movies I saw were Dark Phoenix, MIB International, Shaft, Annabelle Comes Home, Replica, Secret Life of Pets 2, Toy Story 4, Rocketman, and Child's Play 2019. That's not the order my list goes, trust me. I know Replicas came out in January, but I'm still counting it as me watching it in March because I never saw it in the theaters, thank God. And I got it on my birthday on Blu-ray. So yeah, and you can check out all my reviews for these movies. I review every single movie that I saw that I'm seeing this year or that I just saw. So number 9, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Keanu Reeves, Replicas. God. Now again, this is a 2019 release still. It's just it came out on Blu-ray in June. So I saw it for the first time, and it's quite rough to get through. Let's just say that. Good God, I'm sorry, Keanu Reeves, but hey, at least you made John Wick 3 and Toy Story 4, so you had to come back. So yeah, number 8 is Annabelle Comes Home. Surprisingly, I legit just made my review yesterday, so you can check that out. It always up to about 20 views, so thank you, everybody. Some of my most popular videos on my movie reviews, so yay! It's just, this movie is so predictable and repetitive. I swear to God, every single scene, pretty much in the third act, sets up a jump scare. Someone walks around, they find something, they go find another person. They walk around, they find something that pops out, there's a big freaking noise, then they do the same thing over and over again throughout the third act. It just gets very, very unenjoyable. And some of the performances are good. I liked Vera Farmiga in the film a lot more than I liked her in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Sad thing is, she's pretty much only in like 3 scenes of the film, and her last 2 scenes are very, and only 1 scene is shown like twice on like a projector, and then the final scene is just her talking to someone. And then the first scene is her in the opening scene with Patrick Wilson, which I liked the opening scene. And some of the scares can work. There's cool camera shots, the film looks cool, some of the acting is good. Again, Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson with such little screen time that they're giving, I like them in the film. And then the first babysitter, the babysitter in the film was good, one of them. And then the other babysitter, the second babysitter, the babysitter's friend, I said babysitter way too many times. I really despised her character. I'm not saying anything against the actress. I'm sure she's a fine person. It's just I really thought her character was dumb. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy this movie that much. Number 7, very surprisingly, I was expecting this to be last, but hey, I just had to see 2 worse movies. Secret Life of Pets 2. Yeah, I saw this movie. The things I do for you guys. This movie is pretty much a Quentin Tarantino movie. If you don't know what that means, Quentin Tarantino is a director. Pretty much everyone knows about Quentin Tarantino. He's a director, and pretty much all of his films, like, have like a black fade out and go to like stories of all the characters in the film. Much like Pulp Fiction, you start with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta, you go to Bruce Willis's character, then you again end with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta with all these characters connected. This is a freaking Quentin Tarantino movie. It's an animated film. It's for 2-year-olds. I saw it. I don't know why. By God. Really the only really good thing about the film I could think of was when Kevin Hart was on screen. He was actually quite funny in the film. Unlike the first one, where I just thought he was super annoying because he just kept yelling. And thankfully, I think this film is quite a bit better than the original. I'm still not saying it's that good of a film. But it doesn't do what the original does and just says, oh, look at these dogs drinking out of the toilet. Ah. It has some really stupid jokes that really will only make your 3-year-old laugh. 3 to 8-year-old about, at best. But it's just, I don't know, it's just not that enjoyable. The only time, again, I really enjoyed the film is when Kevin Hart was on screen. So, yeah, that's a bit sad. So, yeah. Because legit, this movie is a Quentin Tarantino film. It really is. It really, really is. So, because you, start with one thing, then you go to another plot, then you go to another plot, then you go back to the original plot, then you go to another one, then you go back to the last one, then you go back to the first one. It keeps on switching between all of these stories that you don't really care about. And the third act is, you don't care about it because it's a subplot with Kevin Hart's character, and you just didn't really care about it. So, yeah. Number 6 is sadly Dark Phoenix. This movie should have been way better. Because it's kind of sad, because this movie isn't really that good, and it's the last Fox X-Men film. Which they have made phenomenal X-Men movies. I mean, you're talking Logan, Deadpool 1 and 2, the first X-Men, X2, X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past. Fantastic films there. But it's just, this film is seriously lacking. It's lacking emotion. It's lacking powerful acting. Well, Magneto and Charles Xavier are still great in the film. Charles Xavier is kind of a douchebag in this movie for the first half. He's kind of an arrogant butthole. It's just, he keeps on saying the third act, I was protecting you, like that, like the cliche that they always say. It gets kind of redundant. It gets probably even more redundant than in Spider-Man 3, where Tobey Maguire keeps on saying, just get back on the horse, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, some action scenes are cool. I like the whole space thing. I like the beginning when they're in space. I really liked the third act of the film. But some of the performances are kind of okay. The film definitely goes on for too long to me. It should have just been like an hour and 45 minutes. And then the villain is kind of god-awful. She's not compelling. When she's on screen, okay, I'm gonna spoil a scene. When she makes Charles Xavier get up and start walking, the CGI on his legs is incredible. Like, has to be noticed. And of course, you have Cyclops that if you touch, I will effing kill you. It just got so much more funnier when I thought about it. It was just, yeah, there's unintentionally funny scenes in the film that aren't supposed to be funny, they're supposed to be serious. They really backlash. They don't really do anything with Mystique's death in the film. Really don't do anything. But overall, it's still a fun time. I like some of the performances, some of the shots are cool, some of the dramatic scenes kind of land. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, terrible villain. That really brings it down. If it had as good as a villain as, say, Eric Shaw, I think this film probably would have been the top 4. So, yeah. Number 5 is Shaft. Now, Shaft, is kind of it's an okay movie. I don't know if I necessarily call it a good film. Samuel L. Jackson really makes the film along with his son. It's kind of like a buddy cop film. There's hold on, really big insults in the film, racist, movie referencing racist stuff. And some of it is actually kind of funny. Some of the action scenes are funny. Some of the shootouts are cool. Some of the nods to other films are awesome. And, Samuel Jackson and his son really make the film. Other than that, the film is quite bland. Not that compelling. I found myself kind of bored throughout the second act. I think some of the comedy is way too forced in. Like that Lawrence Fishburne Matrix reference. Overall, the film was okay. It's not that bad. There's a really bad plot. There's not an engaging plot. There's a really terrible script. Overall, it's still a fun time. Number 4 is MIB International. Now, I don't really want to spoil the film. I'm gonna do something with the film. It's a watchable movie. It's a fun film. I will tell you that. It's a B sci-fi action movie. Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth has fantastic chemistry. Pawnee in the film was also quite funny. The villains are unbelievably bland. They really barely speak throughout the film. I feel bad for those people. They must have got a terrible paycheck. And just like, the film is so bland. And it does absolutely nothing new. There's a scene in this movie, probably in the first 35 or 40 minutes of the film, where it's just like the original Man in Black. She just goes, oh, I did not expect that. Chris Hemsworth just looks at him and just smiles like he knows all this stuff, and Tessa Thompson's like, oh my god! It's just, it really does nothing new, and it's a very bland film. The climactic battle just goes on for way too long. To me, I feel like the film stretches over its runtime a lot. So, yeah, it's an okay film. It's a decent installment to the Man in Black film. I'd put it at like maybe number 3. So, yeah. Number 3 is Child's Play 2019. Again, this movie isn't great. I'd say it's a good enough film. I wouldn't call it okay. Some of it's good, some of it's okay, some of it's bad. It's a pretty good movie. I'll say that. It's not really good, but it's not a really good movie, like super good. But it's still a good enough film. I think they did a really good job at like exploring the friendship between Chucky and Andy that builds. They spend a good like maybe 50 minutes, maybe even an hour on that. Some of the kills are super freaking gory. There's something with a buzzsaw, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. There's like a shot of this movie. I mentioned this in my review, but there's a shot of this movie where this guy's like on a ladder, and Chucky like pulls down the ladder, and you get like a down camera shot of him on his legs, like sliming on his legs, and you see the bones poking out. It's pretty gory. Chucky is voiced greatly by Mark Hamill. He still doesn't really compete at all to to Brad Dourif. I find it a bit of an unfair comparison, but you kind of had to do it because this is a remake. And you have to be harder on remakes because they're just remaking something that everyone loves. And it's a bit unfair to complain because Brad Dourif has had the chance to like improve his career of Chucky over 7 films. This is only his first film from Mark Hamill. Sorry, I can't speak. But it's still a pretty good movie. I really like the third act. I think a lot of the characters are just sidelined in the third act, just blandly killed. His friends I didn't really like either. Some of the Chucky stuff is really bad. Mainly the look. I didn't like the look. It takes me completely out of the film, which is kind of sad. But I'm glad it's a good enough film, so yeah. Now, when I get to my number 2, there's a pretty big jump up. Like, my number 2 is Rocket Man. There's a big jump up in quality. Sorry about my dogs barking. There's a big jump up in quality from here, so yeah. Rocket Man, the Elton John biopic. The perfection. Perfection, that's Rocket Man. Taron Egerton. Where did that guy come from? He was in Kingsman. And that's pretty much it. And now he's in this? This is, I'd say, probably my favorite performance of the year. I might even go hands down and say this is the best performance of the year. He's freaking great in this movie. He should 100% win an Oscar, or at least a nomination. But, you know, they tend to look past all these biopics, but, you know. If Bohemian Rhapsody can win anything at the Oscars, hey, you never know. It's a very good film. A lot of the acting is powerful. The emotional scenes are fantastic. The acting, again, is incredible. The villain is very douchey and you want him to die. I really liked all the songs in the film. I did think the songs were already a bit predictable. I think when the film goes for comedy, it doesn't land because you have a ton of serious moments. I think some of the more gratuitous stuff that the film gets into, like drugs and cocaine, and like sexist stuff, I think that pays off in a certain scene where he's like talking to his parents. Yeah, Rocketman, fantastic film. Number 1. Drum roll, please. Toy Story 4. What can I possibly say? It is Toy Story 4. Now, Toy Story 4 goes beyond the characters. It goes beyond the characters. This might be my all-time favorite Toy Story film. I know that is stretching a lot because of the original trilogy, but this is a fantastic movie. The animation is freaking photorealistic. The opening scene of this movie takes place in rain. The rain looks real. I will say that. The rain looks freaking real. Bo Peep is phenomenal in this movie. By far the best Bo Peep ever. Woody and Forky have phenomenal chemistry. Duke Kaboom, Forky, the two plushes are fantastic. They're very funny. Buzz is fantastic in the film. The ending of this movie is so heart-wrenching. It's something to behold. It's amazing. So yeah, that is my favorite film of 2014. 2014? What did I just say? Of June 2019. God, I just throwed you all back to 5 years ago. So yeah. How many films have you seen this year? Comment down below what you think of my list, what your ranking will be, what films are you seeing? If you haven't seen them, or are you going to see them when they come on Blu-ray, or DVD, or 4K, or something else, or digital? Are you gonna illegally stream them? So yeah. Share, comment, like, and subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite films on this list, or how many films you've seen, or how many films you've seen this month, and what you think about this month, or did you think it was a good month, bad month? Did you think that the month is terrible? What is your favorite film of this month? How many films have you seen this month? And tell me down below what your ranking is. So yeah, share, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.